Hey Vince, what are you doing?
Just getting the garden ready for the season here. Just turning up some soil. The blades just got tangled up with some grass, so I had to take that apart and clean it out. And getting ready to work on the rest of the garden here.
Our basil and dill, and it's like a little mix of things, is starting to sprout. Look at that, yay. And over here I planted a rhubarb. This was one we just got at the store. So hopefully we will have some rhubarb this summer. And it's growing along here with our garlic. And then I also planted some salad. It's called Gourmet Salad Mix, leaf lettuce mix. So I planted that in our little containers here on our deck. You can see Vince is down there getting the large garden bed all ready for us. Getting it tilled up. It's good. The first till now we'll rake up some of those grasses and weeds, and then we'll run back over it again with another till after that. Here's one of our first rose buds. We'll see how long that lasts because the deer like to eat them. Putting out our black cow fertilizer and some garden soil. We're just going to kind of mix a little bit in with last year and put some fertilizer as well. All right, now we're going to till it all in. Alright, so Vince is getting all the manure and the garden soil tilled in to just give our garden a boost. We're also going to add some 10-10-10 fertilizer as well. But man, what a difference from weeds to this. It looks really rich and plantable now. And I'm really excited because we have our second bed down here. So this is a nice addition that we did not use last year. And it's going to make for a lot of plants. All right, Vince is going to test out the sprinklers. And we have everything sectioned into rows, ready for planting. I modified our garden layout since last year, so we are going to be quite productive in the garden with a lot of plantings, and I've divided it into 6 rows. The back section will be mostly squash and corn, and the middle section will start with lots of tomatoes, eggplant, peppers, carrots, and more. We're also going to have a few melons, pumpkins, and of course cucumbers to make pickles. So here are all of the plants. They've been out of the greenhouse for some of them over a day, some of them almost a week. And we are doing the hardening phase, which is where they get acclimated to being outside in this temperature. And then we are going to plant them tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day, so they're all going into the big flower bed. The rhubarb is going to stay here in the pot on the deck, and so are the lettuces. And they're doing really well. All right guys, today's the day. We're actually planting in the garden today, and I can't wait to get these in. It is raining today. We had some rain this morning. We have a little bit of break and then some more rain this afternoon. So I figured it's a perfect time to go ahead and get the seedlings in the ground so that they can get some free watering. So let's get started. I brought our tomato seedlings down to start with, and some of the little tomato supports here that we'll use to begin with. We might have to build some bigger ones later. And I have our eggplant, so that one also is going here, and I'm doing it in 6 rows. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and we will follow the garden layout as much as possible so that we can kind of keep track of where things are in the garden. All right, so I've gone ahead and dug the holes for each one of our plants, And we will be putting our fertilizer in first and then our plant. So I'm going to be using some 10-10-10 all-purpose fertilizer, blood meal, and bone meal. And I'm going to sprinkle a little of these together, put them in the bottom of each hole, put a little bit of dirt on top, and then plant. All right, I mixed all 3 of our fertilizers together, and I'm just going to give it a little stir, and then I'm going to I have a little scoop here, I'm going to put a scoop of that in each hole. Here is our fertilizer inside of the hole. I'm just going to cover it a little bit with soil and kind of mix that in, take out any weeds. All right, I've mixed that in, and now I'm going to plant my tomato. So one of the things I read is that you want to plant the dirt above the first leaf. So I'm going to kind of mound the dirt up all the way over this tomato until I cover up those first leaves, because that will give it more places for the roots to grow, supposedly. I'm going to pack these tight because it's about to rain and I don't want them to blow over. And I'm going to put our sign in so we know which one this is. There we go. Now I'm going to do the rest. All right, I've got our tomatoes in and our eggplant in. I'm now moving down here to the new section, and we're going to put in our squash and zucchini. And it's just starting to sprinkle, so I'm hoping I can get it in before it rains. Right, we've got all of the squash planted. There we go. All right, I've got our seeds and our markers laid out for all the ones we're going to direct sow. I'm going to go ahead and quickly do that because it is already starting to sprinkle, and I've got my guide here to tell me where to plant things.
Hey guys, gardening early spring. Planting some radishes here.
Well, we did it. We managed to get everything that we wanted to plant today in the ground. So we have our peppers, lots of different things in this row, different things in this row. And then over on the last 2 rows, we have tomatoes. In the back, we have our corn and our squashes. So we have a lot of things in the ground. And now we just have to water it up, wait a while, and see what grows. Now, one thing I haven't done yet is the front of the garden, so I'm waiting to put up a cucumber trellis to see how far apart that is, and I'll put in our cucumbers and then some melons. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.